Hello my YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, please hit the subscribe button so you can be notified every time I post a new video. If you're interested in a private reading with me, please book online on my website at www.goldentruthtarot.com. Okay my friends, today I'm going to be doing your tarot reading predictions for the month of September for all you Aquariuses. Okay, Aquarius, let's see, what do I see for you in the first week of September. We have the Nine of Wheels in reverse. Okay, so this tells me that that you might have some financial setbacks. This also indicates that you have, when it comes to your money, your finances, you've kind of put all your eggs in one basket. So if you can, try to, I don't know, maybe diversify your income, maybe, try to have different sources of income that will help you in the future. So if there is any setbacks or any difficult situation, you can still have more money or more finances coming through different sources. And some of you are relying on somebody when it comes to their finances, in a relationship with somebody because of being this financial profit between the two of you, or this financial interest that connects you together. So you're not really with this person for love, but you're with this person because of the money and because of the fact that you are financially relying on this other person. Okay, so yeah, this I see this sense of not being independent, not being able to provide for yourself, and just kind of relying on somebody else to make things happen for you. Okay, but for some of you in the second week with the Five of Swords in reverse, I do see that if you have had any conflicts or any argument with other people, arguments that might have happened prior to September, or even in the first or during the second week, now they're finally going to you will kind of come to a conclusion, to a resolution, kind of make peace with each other, because you have been arguing with this person quite often, and this is a type of situation where nobody wins. Even after the argument, is just creating more and more issues. So finally, on the second week of September, you will decide, okay, let's just agree to disagree, and this is what it is, and let's move on peacefully, amicably, and let's leave this behind. And I see that this is going to be more beneficial for both of you than continuing this ongoing fight that hasn't taken nobody anywhere, really, or it's not solving anything, or it's not doing any good to no one. So yeah, you will kind of decide to make peace and to kind of move on to the next stages of your life. And look at the next card. This is beautiful. We have the World card in the third week of September, meaning that all of this situation that's been going on, you finally are going to come to it's going to come to an end. It's going to come to a completion, and you will have you would learn your lessons. I see you being more evolved now. Okay, you're in a different conscious in a different conscious mind. You are also more mature, more prepared for the future. This was meant to happen to make you stronger, make you more powerful, make you come into who you really are. Because I see that because of this relationship or this specific situation that you've been having for quite some time, and finally actually making that step, that huge step to forgive the other person and make peace and move out of this situation. You're finally gonna, you yourself, you're gonna recognize that you're much evolved and you're in a different space in your life now. Okay, but closing this chapter is gonna open a complete new chapter for you. Okay, a chapter that's gonna have so much more opportunity, so much more even peace and joy, because you will start looking at things in a different way. And even from the colors of the cards, as you can see, this is kind of in a way indicating the past, and it's all dark blues and kind of grayish and whites, and then the colors start getting better and better, go more into the whites and reds and yellows, and then they go into the green and red and more yellow. So things start getting better, not worse. So you will leave this part of darkness and this part of even these feelings that you had in the past of not feeling accomplished or having this ongoing conflict in your mind, in your heart. You will leave that behind and you will open a complete new chapter. For some of you, this can also indicate travel. You might decide, for some of you might decide to go back home to where your parents live, or you might decide to go back, to another, move to another country or move to another state. So make like a radical change in your life and really open a completely new page that's going to bring you much more success and fulfillment. And you yourself, you're more mature, you're more responsible, you know better now. You can make better decisions now, okay? Because everything that has happened has completed you. The World card's completion is the end of a cycle that was very important, that played a very, very strong, important role in your life. Now that's completed and you can move on to something new. So yeah, September, Aquarius, is going to be a pretty important month for you. A month that you will remember for some time, even afterwards. You will remember the situation. You will remember going through this and saying to yourself, wow, like that when that happened really changed things for me, and now I'm looking at things in a whole different perspective. And of course, this is a very specific message. It might not resonate with everybody because it's a general reading, but that's what the energy that I'm feeling and the message that I'm getting from the cards. Okay. All right. And then the last card. Wow, beautiful way to end the month of September with the Sun card. So I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of joy. I see a lot of really, really good times and optimism for you. So this change, this transformation that will happen with the World card in the second week would transition you to this new era in your life, when you will feel much more optimistic about your future, with joy and with vitality, and you will have this strong willpower to make things happen. Now you will feel very motivated. If you haven't felt motivated, Aquarius, if you felt kind of lethargic and kind of like not knowing what to do, you will feel like now you're ready to conquer the world. Now you have that hope in your heart that things will, from this point on, will just improve, will just get better. So with that said, now you're ready to go for it. You're ready to conquer your dreams and your goals. And this can also indicate it indicates children. It indicates the accomplishment of something that you really care for, that you're really passionate and happy about. So it's also a good time to spend time with your family, with your loved ones. Some of you might also indicate pregnancy. You might become pregnant during this last week. Just very, very good times in the last week of September. Really, things kind of coming together. All the things that you've been wanting for your life and for yourself, and you've been dreaming on, finally are coming together. Okay. And from the Oracle of Love, the message is slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Wow. Yeah. Okay, Aquarius. So sometimes we have this tendency to kind of rush into things and want things to happen fast and quickly. And you being an air sign, you have this need for like constant stimulation and constantly, get bored very you have the tendency to get bored very easily and wanting things to just happen right away. But sometimes you just have to you just have to be patient and allow things to unfold and allow things to just happen by themselves, because everything has a structure, it's meant to happen a certain way. Okay, and we can try and rush things, but everything is going to happen in its divine timing, and that's the message we get from this specific card and from the World card. So you will go through all of this, and you will get to really understand why this situation has happened, why you had to go through this relationship or go through this specific situation. But then you will understand why all of this has happened, and all the things will unfold in front of you. So if right now you're thinking about this million different reasons and million different ways out, and look at the girl in the card, she's sleeping and her hair is like full of like a labyrinth almost, and there is a couple here, so she kind of doesn't even understand like how this thing is gonna go, how it's gonna play out, what's the way out. She's trying to think about all these different things, but things are just gonna happen on their own. They're just gonna let things flow, swim, flow on their own. And we have obviously the Pisces symbolism indicating to kind of let our imagination run and kind of follow our instinct and our inner voice, our gut feeling, what it's telling us to do. Okay. And from the Oracle of Healing, the message is sincere relationships. Okay, so Aquarius, I see that some of you might have really been through a time in a relationship that has made you very skeptical. Maybe you might have gone through things that sincerity and honesty and respect weren't very strong in your past relationships. So now you have these insecurities and you have this open wounds that you're trying to heal, and you're trying to improve yourself, and you're trying to have this new chapter in your life. But what is also going to help you healing with that healing process is going to be having sincere and honest relationships. And this is not just when it comes to love interest or love relationships, even with friendships and your loved ones and your family members and anybody around you. Okay, we have the symbol of the butterfly to transform those relationships. Make sure it starts from you. Make sure that you are honest, and you make sure that you are honest and you are open and sincere about the way you feel and about your emotions. And I don't know if you can see, but even in the card we have this ice all around, and then in this other side things are blossoming. Okay, the flowers are blossoming, we have more butterflies, purple lilac indicating the color of wisdom, and we have some irises down here, again that wisdom. So that wisdom to be mature enough to break the ice, to be mature enough to be open and honest about who you are, not trying to please everybody, not trying to say yes about everything, but let people know when you're not feeling comfortable about something, or when they're not treating you a certain way that you want to be treated, and you're not getting that respect back or that love back. Let them know. Okay, that's the only way you are going to break this highs, and you're going to make sure that relationship gets stronger, and you can build your kind of heal your wounds and kind of prepare yourself for rebuild that faith in other people and that trust. Okay, because if you continue to keep things to yourself or just say yes to everybody, and you're not genuinely open about what you're really feeling, then this is going to continue to evolve. It's going to continue to fester inside of you, and you're not going to really get that healing that you need. And there's always going to be this dark cloud in every relationship, this ice. There's always going to be this ice in every relationship that you start. Okay, and the more you don't trust people, the more that layer of ice, figuratively speaking, that layer of ice gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and it's more difficult for you to let people in because of that, because of the way, because of the fact that you have been hurt in the past. You have now you don't trust people. You really haven't had this sincere relationship to really understand why somebody is doing something to you, or why they're offering their friendship. So you always thought that there's something behind it. There is something hidden, like a hidden agenda. And if you continue to keep that in your mind with everyone, and you're gonna miss out on really good people and really good relationships, just because you're not gonna be open enough to accept those people in your life. You're always gonna continue to think, okay, well, this person in the past, they used me, or they had this and that reason, so now maybe this other person has the same reasons or even other reasons to act the way they're acting. They're not really honest, they're not really sincere. So you have to kind of break the ice with and kind of make amendments with this situation, with things from your past, to help you heal those wounds and be able to really create genuine relationships in the future, and really trust and believe, and being able to recognize when somebody is really being genuine towards you, or when they're just being fake and they're just being phonies, or they're just pretending, but they have other interests or hidden agendas. Okay, my friends. And from the oracle of your spirit animal, or in this case, it's an insect, right? The bumblebee, the honeybee. For you, the message is: let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Okay, and that's very beautiful. Also connected perfectly with the oracle of healing and the oracle of love. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Build this sincere relationships, and let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And of course, with the Five of Swords, letting this, fall behind, letting this conflict, this argument, this difficult situation kind of behind, and forgive and have compassion for the other person as well, because they're hurt too. I mean, as you can see, I'm going to flip the card so it's upright and you can see it better. For both people, there's a sense of pain and disappointment and not knowing where to go. Even if this person looks victorious, they're not happy. They don't look happy. They don't look ecstatic. They don't look like with the Six of Wands when they're like celebrating their victory. No, you don't see that. You see the Five of Swords. You see this person is hurt too. This person is hurt as well. They might not have physical wounds, but they're hurt. They're disappointed. They feel in pain that the situation escalated to this point. Okay, they don't want to feel this way. They don't want to have to deal with this. So having this compassion and forgiveness, make it top priority in this situation, will help get solve this, okay? Come to a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement, and really leave this situation behind. And as I said before, wonderful things are going to happen from this point on for you guys, because we have the World card and the Sun card after that, which is great indications that you will be making the right decision, forgiving this person. You will be making the right decision, leaving all of this behind and actually focusing on your future and what your plans and your goals are for the future, okay? Another card that I draw from for you from another deck, the message was bad health. So yeah, for some of you, this can also be because of the stressful situation the first 2 weeks. You might have some headaches, you might not feel well, you might just want to feel like resting. And we also have the card from the Oracle of Love to slow down. So maybe you're just overly just you have all these things going on at the same time, and you're so tired and you're so exhausted that it's really time for you to take a break, okay? This can just mean take a break, relax. This can mean some of you might not feel well, and for some of you, I really hope this is not some of you might not need to go to a hospital or anything of that sort. I'm hoping that's not the case. So just try to take care of your health, guys. Try to eat healthy. Try to drink plenty of liquids. Try to avoid stress as much as you can. Don't overthink things in a million different ways. Everything is going to happen on its own time. So if you feel like you are overworked or you're really tired and exhausted, take some time for yourself. Rest, sleep, take a break, just try to recuperate all your energies, and so you can look towards the future and you can, not get into this point. And in the last week with the Sun card, this can also be a good time, if you can, to even take some time off or even go somewhere and relax for a week. If that's something that you can do, you're allowed to do where you live, just try to go somewhere and rest. Some place that is sunny. If you're near the water, even better, or even in a countryside or any place that has a lot of greenery and a lot of fresh oxygen and trees, and everything is pretty, and you can kind of relax and prepare yourself for the next chapter of your life. Okay, my friends, and the last message is from the Oracle of Money and the Law of Attraction, and the message is, it is not my role to make others happy. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, so the message is, it is not your role to make others happy. It is not your role to keep yourself in balance. When you pay attention to how you feel and practice self-empowering thoughts that align with who you really are, you will offer an example of thriving that will be of tremendous value to those who have the benefit of observing you. You cannot get poor enough to help poor people thrive, or get sick enough to help sick people get well. You can only uplift from your position of strength and clarity and alignment. Okay. Oh wow, this is a very beautiful message. It definitely resonated with me, with myself personally, a lot. So you can't, it's not your role to make other people happy. And this is something that is very important for many of us, not just for Aquariuses, for all of us to understand that the only thing we can do is work on ourselves. And if you think about it, if everyone works on themselves at the same time, and everyone will wake up in the morning thinking, okay, today I'm going to try and be the best version that I can be for myself. I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to, everywhere I go, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to be the best version of myself. If we think about that and everybody does the same thing, then we will have no problems. No problems. Okay? So you can't affect somebody else, or you can't make somebody else happy, but if you make yourself happy, and if everybody makes themselves happy, and then the effect will be that we have a happy community, we have a happy a happier country, a happier state, a happier city. So it goes like a domino effect in a way, if everyone can focus on themselves. Okay, and plus you have, in a way, it's good to be in a place where, especially for those people that have been through things and now they're finally on the other side and can really help and motivate other people. But there's some of us that no matter how many people tell their stories, and no matter how many people try to motivate you and try to be there for you, you have to want it to improve yourself. You have to want to give up that addiction. You have to want it to, work on your weight, or you have to wanted to do better for yourself. There's nothing somebody else can do to come and save you. You have to save your own self. You have to take matter into your own hands and get yourself out of the specific situation that you're in, and try to do anything you can to improve that situation, and to create a better life for yourself. Okay? And that's why it's so important that everybody focuses on themselves first, so they can help other people as well. And who wants to improve themselves, they're gonna see, they're gonna hear, they're gonna pay attention, they're gonna find ways. Whoever wants to improve themselves. Who doesn't want to improve themselves, then they're gonna find excuses, okay, for why they're in that position, why things never work for them. Then they're just gonna find excuses. But the people that are doing well, you shouldn't feel guilty because you're doing well. You shouldn't feel guilty because you're focusing on your own happiness, or because your life is going well now. No, because because especially if you have come already from poor upbringings and from a difficult situation. No, because you made good decision after good decision after good decision that brought you here. So you shouldn't feel bad about that. You shouldn't feel bad while there are other people out there that don't have the same thing, the same things as you do. Maybe they need to get that same motivation from you and from other people that have been we get that, but for extreme cases, like even you personally, you might be thinking like, wow, why is this person not trying to at least get out of this? And it's because if you're not aware that there is a problem, or there is an issue, or the way you're living, it's not the right way, then you don't see a problem. So there's no need to find a solution if you don't see a problem. Is it making sense? I hope I'm making sense and I'm giving the message right. So yeah, there is people have to have that, have to be able to see the problem, see the issue in order to fix it. Okay, and we can do the best that we can do. We can focus on ourselves first, make ourselves better, share our stories, try to help others as much as we can, but others also have to want. Bye.